I wasn't looking to be a savior. In fact, I had every intention of slipping through the edge markets of Black Sector without making eye contact, without helping anyone, and especially without touching anything glowing. Glowing things meant biotech, and biotech meant the guilds, and the guilds didn't like people like me. But then I saw her. She was sitting in the alley like someone had drained the soul out of her and left the skin behind. Soaking wet. Beautiful, but not in a soft way. Her beauty was raw, jagged, like broken glass with violet undertones. Her skin shimmered purple under the acid rain, those glowing lines, circuit scars, snaking down her arms and across her collarbone like alien calligraphy. I slowed. I shouldn't have. Every instinct told me to keep walking. Don't, I muttered to myself. She looked up. Her eyes, gods. They were bioluminescent cyan blue, but behind them, I saw it. Not fear, not desperation. Something far worse. Recognition. She knew I'd stop. I crouched, out of reflex more than intent. You all right? I asked. Dumb. She clearly wasn't. Her lips parted, but no sound came. Her wrists were bound with a wet fiber cord, but not tight. Loose enough to slip free, if she really wanted to. She didn't look weak. She looked, testing me. That's when I noticed a subtle twitch in her fingers. A pattern. 3 taps. Pause. 2 more. Military code? I muttered. I'd seen prisoners blink like that in old Earth War vids. She flinched just slightly, a flicker of surprise. So she understood me. All right, I said, glancing down the alley. Who left you here? I did, she finally whispered. Her voice was musical, fractured, as if speaking in my language towards something inside her, but not for the reason you think. I should have walked away. Instead, I reached into my coat and pulled out a thermal cloak. She didn't move as I draped it over her shoulders. Didn't thank me, didn't smile. Only when I stepped back did she ask, "Why would you help something that's not yours?" "Because I've been left behind too," I said before I could stop myself. And someone helped me. The cloak shimmered over her skin like oil on water. "They'll come for me soon," she whispered. "You shouldn't be here when they do." Who's they? Her eyes met mine again, and this time I felt it. A pull like gravity, but not physical. Psychic. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. I didn't run. Instead, I pulled her to her feet. She was light. Too light for her size. Like her bones had been hollowed out or replaced. She stumbled once, then steadied herself. The rain kept falling, orange neon bleeding into puddles at our feet. "Got a safe house," I said. 6 blocks. Underground. She said nothing, but she followed, and that was my second mistake. Underground. She didn't speak for a while. Just sat on the old mattress near the fusion heater, her soaked hair steaming. I watched her from across the room, pretending to eat cold protein mush from a canister. She wasn't pretending. She didn't eat it all. "You're not human," I said flatly. "No, but you're not like the synths either." "No. Then what are you?" She looked up. The heater's glow reflected in the metal bands embedded in her clavicles. "Classified," she said softly. I almost laughed. "You're half dead in the gutter and still talking like a spook?" She tilted her head. "You think I'm half dead?" That's when the lights flickered, and she smiled. Bait. The explosion didn't come from the entrance. It came from beneath us. A seismic wave rippled up the floor as 3 walls collapsed inward. My safe house, the one I'd lived in for 7 years, was ripped open like a tin can. I grabbed my sidearm. Too late. Metal boots landed around me. 6 of them. Pale armor. Black visors. No insignias. They moved like predators, quiet and confident. "Move and die," one said. But they weren't looking at me. They were looking at her. She stood up slowly, like she was rising out of an old skin. The fiber core restraints dropped from her wrists, melting away into mist. She wasn't a prisoner. She was a package. "You used me," I whispered. She turned, and her expression finally changed. "Guilt? No. Regret. You were kind," she said, "but I'm not allowed to be saved." The lead soldier raised a plasma staff. "Confirm ID." Sipari Unit KX-91. Biological anomaly. Mental containment required. Mental containment? Her eyes flashed. The entire room rippled. Like the air blinked. The soldiers froze. One dropped his weapon. Then they screamed. What she was. The walls pulsed. Reality warped like hot glass. The soldiers collapsed, clutching their skulls, bleeding from their eyes. I backed into the corner, weapons shaking in my grip. She stepped over one of them. Her feet didn't even make a sound. You need to leave, she said, before the rest arrive. Were you? I asked. I was created to win wars humans were too afraid to start, she said. But I remembered things I wasn't supposed to. Faces, voices, rain. I stared. You escaped. She nodded. They built me for empathy, she said quietly, but didn't expect it to work. Escape. She didn't kill me. In fact, as the rest of the guild response team swarmed at above ground, she led me through the sewers, silent, effortless, glowing in the dark. She could have left me, but she didn't. And when we reached the final duct, she turned. I remember your voice, she said. Why me? I asked. You could have used anyone as bait. She smiled faintly. I didn't choose you for that. I chose you because you would see me. She stepped back into the shadows. Her glow faded. Her scent, ozone and something alien, lingered. And then she was gone. I never saw her again. But sometimes, when the rain falls just right and the neon reflects like it did that night, I swear I see her sitting there. Purple, beautiful, untouched by time, still waiting, but never helpless, never again.